All right, guys, what's up? How are they? What's up? What's good? Okay, so you're all welcome to see my piece. We have started, though. We don't start. You know, the people behind the camera, everybody's looking like, we never start. We don't start. We don't start. All right, guys, you're welcome to see my piece again. First off, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who sent comments, from the last episode. Thank you so much. I personally got a lot of DMs asking questions, and saying one or two things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For those of you who have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help this ministry, please. The hostel is hosteling. All right? You're welcome, and I hope everybody's great. Hope you have learned the national anthem, the old, new national anthem. Anyways, so I'm here alone today. But not like really, really here alone. You understand? Because I have say, Lolo, she left me here today by myself. And I come and look, I was singing, lonely, I am so lonely by myself this morning. But God being God. So I have a fantastic guest with me here today. We're going to be co-hosting together, of course. Sure. She's my guest, but of course my co-host at the same time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we go way back. Most of you know her as a professional dancer. Some of you know her as an inspiration. See, whatever it is, she's my friend. She's my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house with me today, Dr. Kaffy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I feel like bossy move.
I was going to ask you from the beginning that I think the spirit I evoke when I see these people is for them just to dance.
Yes, so
you already feel like you're about to make moves.
Even if you stay by a dead corpse, you get like.
You might just have one more cardiac movement.
Back. At least for the road.
Just for the road.
Before the enter places of eternity.
Yeah, so it's nice to be here.
You're welcome.
Yes,
you're welcome. You're looking great. I say on a baby.
You understand?
Most time when people see Kaffy, they face car.
As a walk
armless.
That one are my mechanic workshop clothes with that. When I'm at work, you have to dress for. I dress for a lot of occasions. So that people don't see this business side a lot, but I do dress like this.
Yeah. When Kemen was here, Kemen even came with boxer shorts. He came with his gym wear. He said, this is my work clothes. I was like, yeah, that's true, though. That's true. We're not expecting you to come on suit, though. But
yes.
Okay, that's true.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're welcome.
Thaning you, my brother.
How have you been doing? I will see plenty of work when you
brother,
do.
me see that doing. I just leave him as doing has been doing me, and God has been doing the doing that is required for the doing to be good. Rema.
Even if you don't understand, just like this. Because some people say, preach. Meanwhile, they don't get that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's just delve into it because we don't have too much time. Okay, so let's just quickly jump into it.
Yes.
Today, guys, we are having, conversations about certain things that have been happening in society.
Yes.
And somehow I'm personally of the opinion that society is not really ready for it just yet, but at the same time, we are here to converse about that. Yeah. And hopefully at the end of this, a few persons would learn by God's grace.
By God's grace.
Then those of you who have comments as well can also chip in.
Yes.
And of course, tell us your own perspective so we'll know how far.
Yes.
Now, first off, I just want to commend you first. Yeah, because I'm learning to really give compliments to people. Because once you're one who likes to teach and all of that, sometimes we forget to applaud the strengths, whatever it is people are doing properly. You've been very vocal about your divorce. I mean, and when I say very vocal, I'm not saying that you are jumping everywhere to talk about it.
Yes.
Setting ring lights and camera to come and say, But I saw one of your interviews where. I think one of the most popular interviews, as was with Chudi.
Yes.
That and I remember telling someone that day. I said, "Do you see the way she handled this particular thing?
Yeah.
You didn't handle it from the angle of pain, or you overly emotional and being one-sided about the whole thing. I saw how you also gave grace." To your ex, which for me, you took accountability. You also shared with us your own errors, and for me, I said, I would tell you, I know we'll be guys now, but I'll never tell you this, but thank you for being accountable.
Thank you.
See, anybody with a watch, let us all learn from this. You mustn't necessarily, your ex must not be a demon.
Yeah.
You get. But thank you. God bless you for handling that right. I saw a few comments.
Yeah.
A lot of ladies too also learned from that. To say,
Yes.
man,
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that, really.
well done.
Yeah,
Because I'm of the opinion that people need to. There's so many exes I have. I'm still an unmarried man.
Yes, okay.
So I have history.
Okay.
But I'm good with the number of my exes. Literally, some of them today, they say, "Oh God, when you go marry, let's come and buy Ashwebi." And I'm that good with them.
Good. Good.
Now, we're moving forward. We live in a society today where a number of women today are being open to the idea to date people who are younger, and somehow, people have different perspectives regarding this because it's not the regular kind of dynamic, to people, because people are of the opinion that when it comes to dating, the man must be older, the woman must be younger. That is what everyone.
That's a one way street.
Yeah. And you being someone who, your ex too was quite younger than you.
Yes.
Let's jump into it now.
Yeah.
Just speak about it for a bit. What do you think? Like I said earlier, society is not really ready for it.
Yeah.
They're really not ready for it. But let's start with the pros.
Okay.
To that. Is there a downside to that? Is there an upside to that? What do you think? Let's just begin with that.
First of all, my general take on human relationship is not age, is mindset.
Okay.
Right? Maturity plays a huge role. Emotional intelligence and how you communicate, which still ties into who you are, mindset. From my own personal case, it wasn't a direct, I need a young man situation.
Okay.
I never went for that.
Yeah.
I naturally have a youthful energy that can attract youthful people around me. I never even knew my ex-husband was older than me.
Okay.
I thought we're probably the same because he's bigger, he's stronger, you understand? So I was like, worst case scenario, a year.
Yeah.
Or you understand, I will probably be in the same age bracket.
Yeah.
Also because of the way he speaks and comports himself.
Yeah, because of course I know him to be very deep.
Yes, very deep.
So I can almost tell where the connect also came from.
I didn't know that it was much, much later. We were already towards the dating phase of things before the age thing even came about, like, oh, this is how old I am.
Yeah.
But we already were friends first. So for me, I always approach things from a friendship perspective. I love to align with the mindset of someone, whether you're a male or female in my space. You are there because of the way you think, your perspective towards life, and so many other aspects that allow me feel that I can vibe with you.
Yeah.
So for me, those are the premise that creates that foundational opportunity for such a situation to occur. Never from a place of, oh, I am this age, let me look for a younger guy because it is going to fulfill certain physical need, which mostly that's what it is for those that pursue it. I think it's coming from a place of, and men pursue that too. I don't think it's just a woman's thing about age situation. Some guys just feel, I want a younger lady because I want 10 babies from her. And she's more likely to give me that than if I marry a woman close to her 40s, will she give me 10 babies? And until you reorientate that man's mind about number of children, that yes, it can be a desire, but is it a need? Or is it a necessity? Do you want to bring 10 kids to this world? Do you know what? Are you ready for that? Do you understand? But some people just have that cultural ingrained or personally ingrained mindset and roll with that until something, maybe a mindset shift, gives them an open opportunity to say, you know, I could reconsider. And it could occur for people, it might not. But from my case, the funny thing is, when I look back at the few relationships I've had in my life, I've not had many. I'm always a one-man woman, and I believe in long-term relationship. I have relationship hoping that we get to the place of marriage. So I'm very intentional about that. I'm not casual with it at all. So that's why I have a few. And the few that I've had, the funny thing is that none of them were older than me. I've never had anybody older than me. It's when they started making it an issue that made me even reflect that. But I've actually not had, I think the closest I've had is same age.
Okay.
I have not had anybody like older than me. You understand? I've never had a problem. So in terms of the pros and cons, I would say human behavioral challenges are what will create the pros or the cons. It is not a man must or woman should. I feel that even if we dig into history, some of the most powerful women were most likely with younger men. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of status and need for the kind of partner that they would like to ride with them, in terms of the place of power or the authority they wield. It's most likely like that. We don't have full data of all the human relationship possible on earth that have been successful, and all of them were that case. That's another thing. Two, I feel that mindset plays the major role. Maturity. I've actually been asked out by men older than me, and I could not relate with their mindset. They were even acting more immature than the kind of guys that I've attracted from a place of age that is younger. You understand? So maturity is not by age. And like I said, truly, age is but a number. However, it can play a positive role, because the older someone is, the more you will have assumed that you have gone through certain things in life, and certain things don't matter anymore. So you're able to accommodate certain things, and it allows the relationship dynamic to play. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that also requires a little bit of sensitivity, because just because I'm older than you, and I can take certain things that your immaturity is displaying, doesn't mean that the relationship is fair to me as well. It just means that I have decided to overlook certain things and ride with certain things, also because of my programming. Because my programming is, she's a younger girl, let me keep taking it. She's younger, let me keep taking it. Do you know how many people are in terrible relationships, but are there because stereotypically the template suits what society accepts? I have met women that told me, I've come to my DM and say, man, where did you get your boldness to leave this marriage? Where did you get how were you able to come out of it? I'm in 25-year marriage. I was like, wow, fantastic. 25-year marriage. 25 years doesn't mean that it's 25 years of good. Yes. So another woman recently had someone that told me about 15 years of marriage. And she's like, it's like 15 years of being in a cage.
In bondage.
So if she's saying that, what about the man too? What is he also feeling? And why are they both just there? Because they are afraid of what people will say, how they will look, their programming, and all of that. So to answer your question, based on how God has created man, woman, the world, He did not put an age factor, especially when there are different essence to life, timing to progress. There are some people that blow at 19. Should you not say, because he's 19 and he's not yet 34, he should not yet marry? We don't know what he went through between 14 and 16. There's somebody that between 20 and 40 did not go through it, but that boy from 14 to 16 went through it all and can stand in the room where men are and speak.
And has matured.
So if those dynamics play by individual growth, why should it now be not open for acceptance when it comes to matchmaking each other by the mindset of growth that you have? You understand what I'm saying?
You mentioned something about women who are actively pursuing it.
Yes.
Because, to be honest, I know a few women who are actively pursuing it. You know, and they argue that, you know, it is just life. You know, it's just happening. You know, it is just as a virtue of, you know. But then again, for me, I believe or I think that a number of them are really not true to themselves.
Yes.
You know, because, I mean, I know a particular friend who has probably dated at least 8 young men that I know. Back to back. That I know. And none of them, they are all at least 7, 8, 9 years younger. You get? Actively. And I told her one time, I said, I think that it's a sexual thing. You know?
It has to be a bit on the surface level. It's not really on the deep level. I don't know her story fully, but what I can say for sure is that companionship. You know, when people feel like they are lonely. So there's a difference between being alone and lonely. Like I have absorbed the ability to be alone and be very good with myself. You understand? But being lonely is totally different thing. Another thing is, you know, the world has sold the idea of aging as a degradation of self. So instead of us embracing age. we are running away from it. This person is too old. Is it not better? For you to marry a woman, let me say 10 years older than you, but has all the attributes of raising let's say two children, maximum, and in the dynamics that you want, both mind, body, and spirit, than to take a chance with a 25-year-old.
We go give me wahala.
We go give you wahala. Born all the children you have, make you look all. In fact, checks all the outlook box, because most of the time we are checking the outlook box.
Exactly.
We're not checking the box of who we are, because how many of us truly know who we are? How many of us truly are on the journey of self-discovery enough to say, I have been playing myself all the time. In fact, I shouldn't be married. There are some people that the way their life is, marriage is not for them.
Yep.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There are some people have even realized that children are not for them because they don't feel they have what it takes to raise another human being properly. And they've accepted that until they get that level of growth within themselves, they will not pursue that and put the world in more jeopardy. So right now, we are all wearing masks. And we are showing up to this gala night with a perception that we've decided to design from home. And that's what is playing out there. That lady, she needs to get help for herself. There's a validation that she's getting from the young men.
Yeah, because I think that
making her believe that maybe that makes her feel more still in the game of being sexy. Still in the game of my femininity still matters. Still in the game of
I want to be in control.
Some people might not want it for control. If you want to just look at one small spectrum, the spectrum could just be, am I worthy? Am I not casting? Am I not getting too old? Is nobody attracted to me again? And because of that, you are feeding that monster that will help you say, no worry, now young boys they see you and say, oh, babe, young boy. And that is just all she's feeding. She might not be feeding any other monster more than that. Why some other people? That validation. So people might be feeding the monster of, I can't guess what my way go for because all the money and all the things I've gone through in my life and the level that I've reached. One guy will tell me one thing, one guy go, they follow me, they talk. Because of that, some people might just say, I'll go with the guy that is needy. I need to look for a guy that still needs mommy. You understand? The mommy factor. And there are a lot of guys out there who like it, the baby boys. You understand what I'm saying?
Get that too.
Yes. That want that person that takes on certain responsibilities off them and they are enjoying that while they are climbing through life. And when they get to a particular phase, that kind of woman, they want to quickly do away with her because they now want to move on with that.
Which brings me to the future of such relationships sometimes. You know? I personally but for me, it's about the individuals involved. Because again, like you said, there are young guys who are very mature upstairs. And when you meet them and their other half who is older, the lady who is older, you can tell where the balance is. You know, for me, I check it out that way. Where's the balance coming from? You know, do they both have a level of depth that they both connect at, you know, or whatever it is, or perspective about life you get. But which brings me to this. Because, like I said, some people are hunting young men in disguise. Literally hunting these young men in disguise. And based on the kind of women we're having today who are becoming more successful, who are, because with success definitely comes power. And now with the power that comes with where one has gotten to in life, now you want to control.
I think it takes a whole level of what kind of woman it is. You understand? Because the feminine energy has the ability to wield its own power because of the way God has designed her. She's powerful too. That's why I believe that a woman is made for man. I believe that as I did here now, no matter how God carry me great, there's a man out there that he made this greatness for. That's my belief. It's not for me.
Because people are the opinion, because now we are having, that's why I asked this question.
I don't feel it's for me. I feel that because this is the dynamics that we know from creation. Adam was, God looked at him, saw his work, saw his mannerism. Something is missing. I need to add to you.
The woman.
And he brought her. Adam came without need. When God designed Adam, there was no plan of somebody else initially until Adam became. Eve is the only other human created for a purpose, which is God not say, let me create another human being to thrive beside Adam. Let me just create another human being so that they can be two. No, he said, let me create for
him as a helpmeet for him.
So I know already that my existence comes with a task towards mankind, apart from man. So mankind, I'm a nurturer. I am a helpmate to mankind. You understand what I'm saying? Even by virtue of what God has used my life to be. Now, when it comes to the dynamics of the partner, which I believe that marriage is an alignment of God's, is where God aligns two souls that have his objective, his own kingdom agenda in mind, and they can carry it in a nuclear reactor. Because marriage is supposed to amplify what it is that you are individually. So that God's agenda on earth can be fulfilled. So we are both like called to to come and walk. You get what I'm saying? So I am a soldier already on the battlefield, waiting to hear the voice of my commander.
There's a purpose attached to it.
So I already believe that that there's a man I'm called for, and the kind of woman I am, and the kind of power that God has given me, the resources, the energy, the youthfulness he gives me, because I don't even look or act my age. It is hard for me to believe that it's one old man that he is preserving all of this energy for. There's a man out there that has some mad purpose in this world, and he needs a woman grounded like me, that still has the energy to do certain things to roll with. So if I'm attracting young men, I believe that, okay, there's a young man that out there that still has a lot that God wants him to do in life. And if it comes, it comes. And if it comes in an older guy, fine. But I personally do not see myself with a man, even if I have an older guy by age, I don't think the youthfulness of him will be absent, because I can't attract a dormant energy. I cannot attract a dormant energy. So so the young guys who have been carrying that energy that aligns with mine. It doesn't mean that I have stereotypically searched only for the younger one. For the younger one. So a woman who is being bestowed this kind of energy and attributes, when God brings her to a place to serve, because I still believe it's service. Service is, for me, is the greatest leadership. To serve with a man, right? There is a high level of self-awareness, security, humility that must come with that, because power is intoxicating, both for male and female. You
because
understand?
if you don't handle power properly, you can destroy.
And
everything.
a man can overuse it too. Despite the fact that he gets a free pass of being Lord, he doesn't get a free pass of not serving. You understand? Submission is agreement. Submission is not ruling over someone like a slave. Submission is, there's something that you are telling me that I am agreeing to that allows me to say, this guy could bow to waiting in the talk. What, like Pastor Christy has always taught us, is know who you are submitting to. Know who you are submitting to. That person you are submitting to must have things that are worth that submission.
But because people see, because a lot of women today actually see submission from, and I don't blame them.
But also because it's demanded. Are demanding it from down. They are demanding submission from that place that looks like, submit to me. Submit to me. Bow down and
here.
Be there. And I don't need to be anything. I don't need to be responsible than a provider. No.
So there's a negative feeling that comes with it from many women. Because today, once women hear that word submission today, people won't fight them.
It triggers.
It triggers a lot of women. And I understand that one totally. Again, to the men, especially for us who are being more enlightened
now
today, we can do better in that
enlightened
regard.
Men are not afraid of secure, powerful, resourceful women. In fact, you pray for that. You understand what I'm
because
saying?
of course you need a strong hand.
You pray for that. You pray for that woman that you can sit down in the room, and the only difference between her and some of your G's is the fact that she's feminine. Because your secrets, your fears, this woman can speak life into you, because that's the favor that God is that she's supposed to bring. A lot of women have sold their favor pot. You get what I'm saying? They're not carrying favor again.
They don't
I don't know what they're carrying. But there's a favor part with femininity, with a woman's energy that comes. It comes with wisdom. It comes with a nurturing energy. You understand what I'm saying? Womanhood is not given the attributes that it deserves, because she's been stripped and pulled back from femininity being a higher power. And God gave by design man more power without him realizing it. The domination of that power, without seeing it that it is for him, is the blindness that some men have. Realize that it is for you.
Use it the wrong way.
Don't compete with it. It's for you. Like in my ex relationship, I was like, everything that I am is yours. It's for you. All the power, all the resources, it's for you. There's no is for me here. It's for you. But let's not forget the part that trauma programming mindset plays in all of these dynamics, because you can be with the right person, but if you don't deal with your trauma, your healing, your mindset, you are going to mess it all up. You understand? And I think, one of the blessings I have with my journey is the opportunity that my ex-marriage gave me to be enlightened more about this kind of scenarios and situation, which is one of the reasons why I feel that God is going to use me to bless a lot of homes, couples, and especially young people before they go into marriage. Marriage is not that box you just check to fulfill some kind of worthiness of self or status of you have become somebody on this world, in this world. I think it's one of the things you should take your time the most before you try to, because we'll raise better families if the men are not saying, "Hey, I'm 35, let me not, suppose not get wife." You understand?
And that is just the reason for getting married.
Even age itself is been downplayed. Do you know that mankind is responsible for the mortality rate that we are experiencing down, not God? We're not the one dying. God did not design us to die first.
Lifestyle and everything.
It's your lifestyle. If you feel like 50, you are done having babies, you are done having babies. Me, as I did right now, if I get married again, I want to have twins. I will give birth to children again because I have the body. I take care of my body to be able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I mean? So, just please continue.
Okay, so for because, based on your own experience, your own personal experience, in this regard, will you say that the age difference also probably played some part in why things went the way they went?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I feel it's our life difference that played a major role. Who we were. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people blame age for lack of not knowing what to say was wrong.
You
understand what I'm saying? I married a man that had sense in his head, but had his own self to deal with. Also, I also had myself to deal with. I also did not have the right understanding, the ample understanding of what I was getting myself into when it comes to marriage. Neither did he. We were fulfilling all righteousness. I just wanted to play the good wife from the perspective of be loyal, be faithful, take care of the kids. But I didn't. Was I a partner from the aspect of understanding another human being and growing in the right dynamics of that? No. Did I have the potential and the elements for it? Yes. But you don't know. You can't know more than you know in a place you don't know.
Exactly.
So the things I don't know, no go make the things where I know work. I suppose no work now because I just didn't know. The first time ever that I understood the role of man in a marriage was Pastor Chris's CD.
Okay.
I was doing so much. I was even in my masculine more in my marriage than I should be.
You were already lost in your masculine energy. Because I was how will I put it? I was so much of an enabler for a man like that because I was solving all the problems. I wasn't holding him accountable for areas that I should. Then and that thing can also even mislead even the guy himself
because he was relaxing. And this is a man that I see as just so talented. You have everything. You're the one saying, wake up. And I'm like, you are the one still holding him down because you get to fix everything.
Because to be honest, I had a friend who I literally almost fought her about this, though their own wasn't the case of the age difference was the guy was older, actually. But she provided everything. I told her, I said, you literally married marry
yourself. Yes.
Because before she got married to this guy, she got the house. He was not in Lagos. She was in Lagos. We were working together. She got the house. Bought the car, furnished the house, did everything. All he needed to do was pick his bag from where he was coming from. Just collect key of house, collect key of. Then later, while I started, problem started. She started saying, "Oh, he's not doing so much."
And this is not to negate the men who like I'm in a business partnership relationship now, where the guy in the relationship is an alpha male himself, but says, I will let you handle certain things and I give you the opportunity to do that because you have the resources, the ethics and all this that I admire that you can use to do that. And I appreciated that dynamics from an angle of, it's not as if I am just going ahead to do it and this person cannot hold his own. But this person is saying, if you can, I am not insecure not to let you, but I'm also not not uncapable.
Yes.
There's a level of capacity that the man will show. That even if the woman shows some leadership traits that the man can admire. They say, you're doing this better than me.
Yeah, because every sensible man should know that.
And say, are you doing this better than me? You know, not that I can't. I can hold and I can support you wherever it is that is required. Dynamics also exist. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want people to take this out of context and say, because you're doing, you probably lay the foundation for the man not to. When a man can still rise up to the occasion, even if he has a woman that is resourceful like that, and stop. Like there's sometimes that my business partner will stop me and say, no, you're not taking care of that. I will take care of that. And I'm like, okay.
Literally step in.
Yeah, because if he doesn't do that, I will get carried away again.
Yes.
And now go and be doing...
enter your masculine energy.
Yeah, I'll enter masculine. So with this partnership, I am able to still be powerful in my femininity.
Yeah.
And he allows me to use the masculine energy where he feels the dynamics is necessary. So those are areas he allows me to be masculine. I say, this part, you need to... I need your Margaret Thatcher level here. But in this area, you understand? And it's like a learning curve for me at the moment. So I've unlearned a lot, to tell you the truth. And my personal podcast is going to come out towards this healing journey and helping a lot of women get enlightenment about that journey of healing without bitterness and resentment, you know, and how do you recalibrate who you are to find the true you that has been oppressed and suppressed by all your life experiences that allowed you to come out to be this version of yourself.
So now, talking about that, about the masculine energy and the feminine energy, sometimes there are people who, by reason of their background, how they were raised, some ladies had no option. They had to become the man.
Like me.
Exactly.
I grew up...
And I know quite a number of women like this, you know, who, it wasn't their fault. They were probably firstborn. Some were not even firstborn. Some were just, responsibilities just came on you.
The one that was born to just carry the load.
Yes. So responsibilities hit them quite early. And in the course of time, it built more of their masculine energy and less of their feminine energy.
Which is not a good balance.
You know, so later on in life, probably found themselves in relationships and they've not been really able to... you know, navigate that thing. You get, and I see in fact, I've dated one or two ladies who really couldn't, you know, they couldn't calm down
and pull back.
You know, so because that was ego started to hit ego.
Yes.
Because your masculine energy would definitely come with some ego, and of course, when you get to that place, you know, you now have to find how you balance things, because the person who you needed to become to survive your past is not the person that you need to navigate a relationship
in your present.
So how does a female who has found herself in this position, will not be her fault though, you said, but if she wants to be true to herself, now condition make her be like this. So how does she now develop her femininity and tone down her masculine energy?
Okay. In terms of the masculine, feminine energy dynamics, it's not really about trying to tone it down. It's just trying to exist in the natural state of who you should be. Feminine energy should naturally flourish in her femininity. The masculine energy part of her comes in as a complementary balance where it's needed in life, and she needs to just go back to her natural state again. It's like a yin and yang effect. You understand? So it's not like, I'm taking care of things. Let me not. Because of a man in the house. No, I'm taking care of things. The dynamics can change. I might have a conversation with you. Hey, babe, I see that this bill wasn't paid. I don't know what caused the delay. Are you having any issues with that? You know, because this is something that we've agreed that you handle. And the man was like, no, I got it covered. You know, I just need a couple of days to handle it. We are late on it. Is there a reason? Do you need some kind of like buffer? I can. And he says, no, I insist. Let me handle it. And you pull back from that. You've brought the masculine side to you. You now embed it in the feminine space. You will now feel like, okay, she's considering. You know, even if you want to take her offer, you might be able to come back calmly now without you feeling like somebody emasculated you. And come back and say, hey, babe, I think I would like to take that offer. Thank you for bringing it up. I actually tried 2 days ago and it didn't come through. So what I was expecting didn't come through. Can you step in for us for this? Oh, yeah, I can. And she did that. And what you should not do, try to abuse that. And the next one I say, step in again, step in again, step in again. You get what I'm saying? Is to come back to. So I think there's a level of responsibility for both parties
Exactly.
when you find yourself in that dynamic. But
For the woman, it's about the how.
Is the how. You need to know the how. For me, I had to start learning the how. First of all, I need to understand the kind of man in my space, whether it's a man as a client, or is a man as a friend, or is a man as a business partner, or whatever dynamics the relationship is. They're still man and they're still ego, because I'm in a male-dominated industry. So there's a way you have to speak to men,
and that also affects.
That affects you.
Yeah, aside from even maybe background and all of that,
it affects
the nature
you.
of
The nature of setting my work and everything.
Yeah.
And I grew up. When I say masculine energy, I love my feminine side, but I was not allowed. I was not given an opportunity to express it. I know it's there. I love it. I love to be a woman, but I can't, because I'm the only one available for my siblings, and parents are not really there.
Yeah.
So I have to take care of myself all the time, go through my own pain, and help other people through their pain. And when I'm going through my pain, there's hardly anybody to help me through that.
Yeah.
So that has formed. So the kind of man you have and the empathy that he would show towards you kind of like helps tone that down. The moment a man starts stepping into his own space and goes like that, like even just holding, like I have a friend that if you want to hold his hand now, maybe reach out your hand, and I'm doing like this, no, he's going to change it.
Yeah, and place his hands.
He places his own hands to hold me.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive to that.
Yeah.
I can feel that as a dynamics that, okay, do you get what I'm saying?
So a man should also, on the man's side, he should also love her into her femininity.
Love her into her femininity. Wield it in for her.
Yeah.
So, but she needs to be self-aware enough that she's needing that work. Because you can't take a person to the river and force the head. Yeah, because you can be wielding it and she's resisting. Uncle, please leave me where I am where I am. It needs to be
because that thing is...
it needs to be a woman that is actually ready to say, I am tired of being here.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah.
And I need my mate to be that. Either my mate is my friend or my romantic mate, whatever it is, it all helps that dynamics calm down.
Yeah, because there was a lady I wanted to date at some point. Yeah. You know, we were such good friends. Man, we were wonderful friends. And people had been on my case. Guy, go and start dating now.
Yeah.
Why, you know, especially when I turned 40.
Yeah.
You know, so people started looking like, oh, guy, wait till you... But me, I'm like, see, if I don't get it right, because I want to get married right, personally, I want to get it right. Yes. And marry a friend. Marry someone who I know both of us inspire each other. Yes. We're chasing the goal. We're trying to achieve stuff with life. It's not necessarily about some other things, look good for people and all, you know. So there was this lady I really liked, and we're trying to work this thing out at some point, but I noticed she had a lot of her masculine energy part. Whenever we go to an eatery, for example, she doesn't even think twice. She just brings out her card.
Hey,
you know,
I had to learn to pull that back from that.
Yeah,
like,
so
I had to pull back from that.
I had to talk to her at some point. I say, okay, you know what? I want to pay for this.
Do you know how odd it feels? Can I tell you how she's feeling? It is very odd. It's not like she means it
to be treated as a female.
It's not female. That you're paying the bills. It's almost like, hey, well, he's the one paying. Let me just pay this money. Let me know that I pay for my food though. For somebody tomorrow to use against me and say because he paid for my food. Yeah. See the way it plays in our head. Is if you open it, you'll be pitying the person. You'll be like, hey, let go of the card. Give it to me.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Like this party talks about even the touching bit.
Yes.
You know, it was something I used to do. You know, because again, I would be like, hey,
you hold
from the top, you know, and just walk her through. But she struggled with that.
Yes.
It was crazy. She was struggling. Yeah. And then one day she told me, because I'm a man, and of course words work for men as a love language. You know,
you need to tone.
Yeah, man.
You need to know how to speak to a man.
But she told me something. She was like, I really like the way you love me. It's been difficult for me to accept being loved this way into being a female, you know, into my femininity. But at the end of the day, that still did not make us work. You know, she couldn't really navigate that.
Yeah, because there's a lot that her security depends on being that. And she's not ready to let go of that, to be that vulnerable. I had to learn to be vulnerable all over again. You understand? In my attempt of even just this friendship that I said I'm into right now, that is helping me understand the man-woman dynamics, it takes a lot to just be that vulnerable. And it plays both ways. There are certain things that I'm a man is covering up for you.
Yeah.
Where you still need to let go of if that if the woman you want to be with is the woman you want to be with, that you need to allow that vulnerability, because vulnerability is where you are able to allow your shadow self surface, and both of you see yourself finish enough, and let ego walk out the door. And you need to be able to have conversations, and these conversations, my God, has been tested for me, but I'm grateful for the friend I have that allows me, we allow each other to hear the areas that I think self-awareness on his part and on my part has allowed us to say, hear him or hear her. This is a shadow self. This is ego. This person is telling the truth, but now you understand? It all depends on one more factor that is important. Please be with a good person.
A good person.
Because
not a nice person.
No, nice is not. See, let me tell you something.
Because people, I try to teach people that.
Niceness and kindness are not the same thing. People sometimes, nice has transactional tendencies. If I'm getting something from you that I want, I'll be nice. If I want something from you
even the devil can be nice.
That can be nice. The person that wants to kill you is nice. The person that pedophiles are the nicest people to children.
Exactly.
Nice. But kindness is when you know that I have what it takes to kill you, but I'm not. Because you don't deserve that. I am a good-natured person. I can hear your pain, even though your expression of it is poking me. I can, if like when you're doing that film and they don't shoot you and they don't shoot me, and I'm like, oh, Najin, you say Nahin, you say Nekota, you say me to Jakarta, and both of you are to each other, and you are navigating, not mine is more than yours, just because yours is a cut doesn't mean that mine. Now, that's that thing that we need to all deal with personally. Humility is a very huge factor, and being a good person. Not necessarily being a nice person, because niceness sometimes could be a people pleaser. You just want the person to be happy.
Because a lot of nice people are just people pleasing.
In Nigeria, people pleasing is the bane of our programming.
Because we like to take from the other person now.
Not just that, because we validate our worth by activity. What did I do to earn? How many times your father will just tell you, I love you like that in a Nigerian home? You must do work to earn it. So we always have to perform. We are performers in nature. So that's why we please to get that, you be guy.
That validation.
You be guy. That validation, that makes you good. You don't know so you be guy if you don't do anything.
I be.
And we struggle with that. I struggle with that. Self-worthiness. Self-worthiness is not you not being able to come out and be ogbolo. Self-worthiness is that subconscious part that you are triggered by when someone does not appreciate you, does not, yes, there's a level of reciprocity that you need to demand for you to know your relationship is balanced. But it tilts to validation when all the kindness that comes out of you, you are expectant of something
external.
Back. No. Love is non-expectant, but thrives in a place where it's watered. So that's where you need to know where you are pouring love. Okay, so because I know if we leave us now, we'll do this thing 2 hours like this. Now.
Now, but back to the gist, right? I was going to ask this question earlier. I guess it just skipped,
Okay.
The future of this. Because again, like I told you earlier, I've seen certain people who have been in and out of that type of relationship where the lady is older, the guy is younger. Some who are actively pursuing younger men. And the future of it, is there a future for some people in such relationships where the lady is older and the guy is younger? Because a number of young guys will not stay forever because of where they are going to with their life. They know that this is just a moment thing. And in course of time, I will go find something else I want to do myself.
They know it's a moment thing because of that's what brought them there in the first place.
You understand? Because again, like I told you, 1 or 2 persons who I know. Of course, I know other people who are having that relationship work. So, but now I'm just speaking of the other side. You get. So, is there a future for some people? Because I've seen some women who have been in this really kind of relationship for the rest of their life. They don't want to get married again. No? So that means for the rest of their life, they're just going to be jumping from young guy to young guy, and still not accountable to it. I had to tell one of those female friends I spoke about earlier. I said, for the rest of your life, now you don't want to get married anymore. Fine, that's okay. But for the rest of your life, you're going to be jumping from one young guy to the other, because most of these young guys, most of them may not want to settle down with you and say, or probably enforce, okay, I want to get married. You get. And some people are not, realizing that part of it, because again, as we grow older, companionship becomes very important.
Vital.
Very, 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 very important. But at the same time, anyway.
What I'm seeing is lack mentality. If she feels that's one thing I've stopped. That whole idea of good men no day, good men no day, good men no day. You are confessing it.
Yeah.
It's to come to you like that.
Yeah.
There are great men out there.
Definitely.
There are great women out there.
I'm one, no.
Yeah, it is. And they come in all ages.
Yeah.
Right? There is future for any relationship dynamics that is ready to do the work to build it. Any. Some people have relationship dynamics that you will frown on, but their dynamic works for them.
Yes, exactly.
So any relationship can work if the two people are ready to do the work. God didn't say, let's but one older and younger agree. He said, let's but two agree. There is no age to that. And that dynamics works in different principles of life, whether it is business, whether it is, pursuit of anything, young, old, big, small, all can work as long as there's an agreement. What is agreement? Alignment. What is alignment? Knowing that you guys are on the same trajectory, even though your the design of your destination might look different, but the approach towards it and the general place it sits is about in the same space. So I might be doing this, you might be doing that, but it's a general space at which the functionality of that kind of works together. And we found a way to make the dynamics work. Some people have totally opposing careers, mission and whatever, but their mission and vision is not different. Their vision is we will work. We will both be, you must be the top physicist, I will be the best singer. That is their vision, and they're aligning at that moment and saying that area, when they both hit that max, this is what they want to do together. Based on the fact that you are now the prime minister that governs this, and I'm now the Oscar leaderboard exec. Because we are these, what now can we do together for the world in front of us? So this is another way it can play. I just want to urge people that yes, age can be tricky because of mindset, growth, maturity, expressions, and all of that. Yes, every relationship requires time. I think one of the lessons I learned was I fell hard too quickly. I attach quickly. So I have learned now that what is worth doing at all needs time. Even the best couples you check all the boxes, because it's still another human being you are dealing with, you need time. You understand what I'm saying? You need time to develop certain level of this before you now say, and you know that marriage, even when you enter the marriage phase, you never stop growing and learning.
You continue.
There's a continue because you are growing as a human being, and different things can change. I might be that resourceful, powerful woman today, and tomorrow I lose my job, but for one reason you become even bigger, and the dynamics will now change. Are you now going to now look down on me now because I'm not the one always calling the shots for you anymore or helping you with the shots anymore? Now that my pouring inside of you has now given you an opportunity to. Are you still going to be, okay, as you gave me this springboard, I don't come here. Come, let me throw you a rope so that you meet me. That's how it's supposed to be. And when she reaches there, that thing might make her even go 10 times more than him again. And she's going to look down again and say, guy, that thing what you do for me, where I do for you, what you do for me. I don't go, let's go again. So it's supposed to continue to be like that in every aspect, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially, visionarily. All of that needs to continue to grow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, because definitely, Kaffy, you need to come back. We still get plenty gist.
We get gist.
We get plenty gist. This is not supposed to be less than 1 hour thing. It's supposed to be like 2-3 hours talk. But you definitely come back. But in wrapping up, I've seen some ladies who, and you just give this as your final word to women who are probably in this situation or who are okay, in this kind of dynamic. Because I've seen a situation where the younger lover of the woman literally spoke to her anyhow. I was there.
Yeah,
and she just spoke.
Even you'll be like,
I couldn't really say anything. I felt like slapping the guy because what he said, I looked at even me, I'm not going to talk to her like that. But the way he just said what he said, I said, God. But I'm not going to talk because now you don't go choose sport picking where don't get sense. You get. So in wrapping up in 1 minute, what will you say to that lady, as she probably gets ready to get into such relationship or she's there?
First of all, know the kind of person that you are into this with, because just because you're being a young person don't forget that the immaturity play out. No matter how good, clear-headed, everything the guy might even be, the immaturity play out, especially with the level of testosterone energy he has at that time, and the ego of the man will also play out because he also wants to see himself as a man. Communication is key. Have conversations that are very open and honest. I've also learned that in communicating, try to avoid the judgmental approach in communication. If you are feeling anything, use the I than you, because you leads to assumption, because you can't really know what somebody is thinking and how they are thinking until they say their fact or their truth. Don't assume anything. Open conversations and communication will help her navigate it through, whether it's that kind of relationship she wants to continue to pursue or not. She should also not fall too quickly. Don't invest too quickly. Give room for knowing each other, and she should not also play down on her worth, her self-worth. I say because he's a young guy, because one of my own flaws also was because he's a young guy and I don't want him to see me as a woman that doesn't want to succumb. So there are some things that I'm supposed to check that I wasn't checking, because if I check it, it will be like, because you're older than me now. So you'll be seeing the woman a bit timid towards demanding certain level of respect, and say, guy, no, we cannot have it like that. I'm yours, you're mine. But please, this is not the way I would love. This is not how I love to be communicated to. It doesn't make me feel good. And if it's a man that really cares about her, he'll care about how she feels when he's speaking. You understand? So,
guys,
it's a lot.
Kaffy, thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you so much. We'll definitely bring you back. We'll continue this conversation. There's going to be a part 2 to this.
Oh, shit.
There will definitely be a part, especially as we gradually get into mentorship, because of course, supposed don't they mentor people. I know say don't they mentor people. Not say you're supposed don't they.
We don't even enter relationships and
all that
personal growth.
Yeah.
I have
been
something
involved
called
with that.
Transformer that is coming up, and it's really to heal the woman. I feel that if we can heal women,
a lot can find balance. Yes, definitely.
So,
in no time, I'll make sure you come back and we'll continue with this conversation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Call it. All right, guys. So it's been Say My Piece. I hope that those of you who have watched, man, you've learned from all of this. And in case you find yourself in such situation, we're not talking about bad thing, you understand, but know how to navigate it, know where to find balance. If you're a lady who, you are okay with dating someone who is quite younger, like Kaffy has said, find that balance, and it will really help you a lot. All right, it will help you a lot. Okay. So please leave comments. Let us hear from you. You may be in that kind of situation, of course, or not. I won't call it a situation. It may be in that kind of, dynamic, that type of relationship, and you have a few things to say. Please let us know in the comment section. You may want to add to this conversation as well, or if you want to send me a DM, send Kaffy a DM. Please make sure you do all of that. We'd like to hear from you and how this affects you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again from myself and my co-host, we say God bless you. Continue to be in good health
and grow.
Yes, so all right. Please let us know the how.
Yes, the how.
The how. That how is very, very important.
The how is more important than anything else. The how.
All right, guys. It's been Say My Piece. God bless you. My name is Ogbolo, and she is
Kaffy.
Thank you very much, guys. Peace out.